Hello Electroheads and welcome to a shed in Oxford. This is a very exciting week because this is the week where finally we get to launch Electroheads Motorsport. Now if you thought this whole time that Electroheads was literally just me mucking around on YouTube, you could be forgiven, but we've actually been very busy behind the scenes. Using these state-of-the-art electric go-karts and under the guidance of a former F1 engineer, we're on a mission to make grassroots motorsport cleaner, fairer, cheaper and faster. Now the inaugural event of the Electroheads Motorsport calendar is just a couple of days away now. Today we've popped by the workshop to snap a few photos of these karts for the very first time. We've done that now, so we're going to clear off because there are some very busy, quite stressed mechanics behind me and they have a lot of work to do and I'm in the way, so yeah, I'll see you on track.
Electroheads Motorsport is the brainchild of Rob Smedley. In his previous life, he was Felipe Massa's race engineer, and he's something of a cult legend among Formula One fans, thanks to moments like this.
Felipe baby, stay cool, we're bringing you the white visor, stay cool, we're in a good position.
And now, let's hear from the man himself, Mr. Rob Smedley.
Cleaner, cheaper, faster, fairer. Don't start on cleaner, faster, fairer, cheaper, cleaner. Yeah, because it's f***ing YouTube, isn't it? I can't do it, I've just done BBC for God's sake.
I'm here with Mr. Rob Smedley, founder of Electroheads Motorsport.
We're completely out of sync. It's like me with Ted Kravitz.
Right, I am here with Mr. Rob Smedley. Hello.
Hello.
Right.
How are you, Jack?
Former F1 engineer, founder of Electroheads Motorsport, the man wearing the only microphone that we have currently on us. So I'm just going to
We're a bit
speak
cheap.
into your chest area a little bit.
Yeah.
Rob, in a nutshell, why are we doing this? What is our mission with Electroheads Motorsport?
To democratise, to bring about performance and parity at a cost that many more families can understand, to make it faster, fairer, cheaper, greener.
Do you think that you sort of kill two birds with one stone by making motorsport cheaper? Does it become more diverse as a sort of knock-on effect of that?
Yeah, of course it does, of course it does. Once you get down, you know, we've got this triangle that we're always looking at in Electroheads. There's a very small triangle at the top of the big triangle, which is of certain demographic, which is very privileged and which takes part in grassroots motorsport. By being able to cascade down, because we lower the barriers of entry of cost, of course you're going to bring about diversity. It's just a natural progression of getting more people involved from different backgrounds.
What's been the initial reaction from the kids who've had to go in the karts so far?
They love it. They absolutely love it.
It picks up more. I can definitely feel when you press on the accelerator, you go much quicker than the petrol karts, and the brakes and steering are much better as well.
We've got kids here who are part of British Championship teams. In petrol karts, we've got kids who've never even looked at a go-kart, and we're giving them a racing kart experience for the first time, and they all absolutely love it.
But I heard one of the kids saying to the other, I can hear my tyres.
Yeah.
There's a few more advantages than the obvious ones.
Yeah, of course they are. And I think that's a really key one actually, because when you get to Formula One drivers, they do use that as one of their senses to drive the car. They can hear the tyres, they know when it's locked up, they know when they're starting to break traction, so they use their bottom for a lot of feel and what's going on in their hands, but they also use the noise. In a standard go-kart, you can't do that because there's so much noise in your right or your left ear from the engine that you can't actually hear the tyres. Here you can.
Rob has enjoyed a long and successful career in Formula One and is now looking to give something back. Electroheads Motorsport is his way of doing so. The idea is fairly simple. Race days operate around an arrive and drive format, meaning kids simply show up on the day ready to race and compete in identical electric race karts provided by us. These karts are designed, built and maintained by Rob and his team of ex-F1 mechanics, and they are absolutely state-of-the-art. To begin with, these karts come in two sizes: Bambino for 5 to 8-year-olds and Cadet for 8 to 12-year-olds. The arrive and drive format makes going racing significantly cheaper and easier than the traditional model where families are responsible for providing, transporting and maintaining their own karts. Currently these families are paying as much as £50,000 to £100,000 a year to enable their young children to have their first taste of motorsport. With Electroheads, a year of racing will cost £5,000. And because Rob's team look after the karts, you don't need access to a trailer or personal mechanic. In Electroheads Motorsport, kids will compete in identical karts, and the only differentiating factor will be skill.
Now you may be wondering how exactly we're keeping this fleet of state-of-the-art electric race karts charged across this event, and the answer is there isn't any dirty diesel generator hiding away in a corner. What we have got is this thing. It's made by a company called OffGrid, and it's basically a massive battery pack, 120 kilowatts, and this has been charging all of the karts across the event and it's being trickle charged by a load of solar panels on our roof, so nice and clean. At the moment, it is discharging 5.5 kilowatts of energy into those carts that are being charged inside. Pretty serious piece of equipment, and yours for just 100 grand. There's a little bit of a lull on track, so Colin and I have done what any two people with access to a one wheel and an electric skateboard have done. We've gone for a couple laps. Come on, Cole, race ya. Okay, so we're here on track 2, where our friends at PET have brought all manner of electric unicycles, scooters and other toys for the kids to test out. There's one kid in particular, his name's Will. He's 10 years old, he's here for karting. He's riding scooters and one wheels for the first time, and I've never seen anything quite like it. You need to see this. Skid turns, day 1 on an electric scooter.